Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today because we are going to completely transform the way you talk to artificial intelligence. Let's be honest, if you've ever felt like interacting with AI is basically a coin toss, like sometimes you get absolute magic and other times it's just total nonsense, you are in the exactly right place. Today, we are taking back conversational command. We're going to look at the exact architecture of a perfect prompt, moving you from just crossing your fingers and hoping for the best to having absolute predictable control over your AI. Here's our game plan for today. We'll start by diagnosing the vague prompt problem, move on to a really helpful smart friend analogy to shift your mindset, and then break down your ultimate prompt layer by layer using the core RTCO framework. We'll sprinkle in some advanced optimization tricks, look at a crazy before and after transformation, and wrap up with a definitive checklist. Let's jump right in.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the vague prompt problem.
So, let me ask you something directly. Why does your AI always seem to guess wildly? Like, why does it hallucinate or spit out answers that have literally nothing to do with what you actually need? Honestly, it's super easy to blame the machine, right? But the truth is, this digital chaos usually stems from a lack of direction on our end. AI is incredibly powerful, but without explicit boundaries, it's essentially just throwing darts in the dark.
And this right here, the prompt Help Me Learn Prompts, brilliantly illustrates the danger of using vague keywords instead of explicit instructions. When you just toss a generic phrase at an AI like that, it has to make like 1,000 assumptions. Who are you? What's your skill level? How much time do you even have? And what format do you prefer? It's a terrible prompt, but hey, it's incredibly relatable. We really need to fix this.
Moving smoothly along to Section 2, the smart friend analogy.
I love this concept. Think of prompting as giving clear, helpful directions to a smart friend who wants to help you with a project but doesn't know anything about your background. This is honestly the perfect way to visualize your AI. It desperately wants to help you, and it's got an endless library of knowledge in its head, but is completely blind to your current situation. It absolutely needs your specific, situational facts to actually be useful.
So, how do we fix that? That brings us to Section 3, the core RTCO framework.
Okay, let's really dive into this. RTCO. It's an acronym that represents the 4 foundational building blocks of conversational command: role, task, context, and output. Look, if you master just these 4 steps, you will almost never get a bad response from an AI again. Let's unpack them one by one.
Block number 1 is role. When you start a conversation, the very first thing you want to do is assign a specific persona. By telling the AI to act like, say, a professional chef, or a math tutor, or a creative writer, you are instantly guiding its tone and its entire knowledge base to the exact area you need. It narrows down the vocabulary and sets the standard of quality right out of the gate, saving you a massive amount of time.
Next up, we combine the task and context blocks. So once you've set the role, your next step is to explain the situation and the exact job you need done. And instead of a vague keyword, you want to use direct action verbs. But here is the kicker. You absolutely must provide background details. Like, if you want a recipe from that professional chef we just mentioned, you have to tell it what ingredients are actually sitting in your fridge right now. That background context is the secret sauce. It's exactly what prevents the AI from wildly guessing and keeps it laser-focused on your specific goals.
And the final piece of the RTCO puzzle is output. This simply means setting strict boundaries for how the answer should actually look on your screen. Do you need a short summary, a bulleted list of ideas, maybe a friendly email draft? You have to literally say that directly in your request. By steering the format, you ensure the final result is immediately useful to you, and you skip all that annoying copying, pasting, and extra editing on your end.
Now that we've got the basics, let's level up. Section 4, Advanced Prompt Optimization.
All right, so here are 3 incredibly effective tricks to really polish things up. First up, direct action verbs. Rather than saying, "Tell me about X," you want to command the AI. Use words like list, compare, analyze, or draft. Second, and this is a real game changer, negative constraints. Tell the AI what not to do. You can literally say, omit introductory fluff, avoid jargon, or do not use external APIs. It's like magic for cleaning up responses. And third, few-shot prompting. For those really complex jobs, just show the AI 1 or 2 examples of the exact input and output format you expect. Showing is almost always faster than telling.
Okay, let's see this in action. Section 5, the dramatic before and after.
Now, what's really interesting here is the sheer contrast between these two approaches. Just look at the before prompt. Teach me how to prompt. It's weak, it's vague, it's basically hoping for the best. Now look at that beautifully architected after prompt using our framework. Act as a friendly, expert AI guide. Boom, there's our role. Context. I am a student learning effective prompts. Situational facts. Check. Task. Teach me the core fundamentals step by step. Action verbs. And finally, those output constraints and negatives. Use casual tone, omit jargon, write 3 to 4 paragraphs, no bullets, omit formal intro-outro. Wow, this isn't a guess anymore, right? This is a total command. It literally guarantees a perfectly tailored, instantly usable response.
Bringing it all home now, Section 6, your ultimate prompt checklist.
So here is your 6-point takeaway checklist. I highly encourage you to keep this right next to your keyboard. Seriously, every single time you open an AI tool, run through this exact sequence. Define the role. Explicitly state the task. Provide the relevant context. Dictate the output format. Apply those negative constraints. And if it's a tricky job, throw in some examples. If you check off these boxes, I promise you, you're going to see a massive leap in both the quality and speed of your work.
I want to leave you with this one provocative thought today. What will your next AI collaboration look like, now that you finally hold the conversational remote control? Because you are no longer just hoping for a good answer. You are the architect of the exact result you want. I challenge you to try the RTCO framework today and experience the difference yourself. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep experimenting, and I absolutely can't wait to share more insights with you next time.